Hey, do you want to make a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easily, then distribute it everywhere and even earn money all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or your computer. So no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating right now. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also available on Spotify, and when you want to take your conversation with your fans to the next level, Q&A and polls are the best way to get them talking. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it's totally free with no catch. I've hosted my podcast on Spotify for Podcasters since day one, so I highly recommend you give it a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started today.
Brooks Running has a new shoe for you runners out there. Did you hear that? Better turn up your volume. In fact, turn it up to the max. Introducing the all-new Ghost Max. It's got all kinds of things to make your knees and ankles feel protected, like Max Cushion, Max Soft Landings with DNA Loft V2 foam, and Max Smooth Rides with their Glide Roll Rocker. Feel better on your run with Ghost Max. Learn more at brooksrunning.com.
I just saw a quote that says, "Positive body image is less about what your body looks like and more about developing self-worth." So what is self-worth and how do you develop it? And do I already have it? And how would I even know? There are tons of questions you can ask yourself about your self-worth, and I didn't even realize that I had no clue what self-worth actually was until I started doing a little bit of a deep dive. Self-worth is a feeling that you are a good person who deserves to be treated with respect, meaning you value you. What is going on, beautiful people? You are listening to the Affirmations for Black Girls podcast, where we focus on personal growth and cultivating a healthy relationship with ourselves. I am your host, Tyra, the creative actress, content creator, and mental health enthusiast. Today, y'all, we are going to dive into a world that I don't really talk that much about, but I've been saying 2023 is the year of radical self-care for me, and that includes things like the hair, the nails, which a lot of us think is the epitome of self-care, but I'm also leaning more into my overall health. So, I recently started catching up on doctor's visits and found out that I had high cholesterol, y'all. And you know how you got good cholesterol and bad cholesterol? I had high bad cholesterol. And I realized that I have not been treating my body well. And as I began to reflect, I realized that I didn't hate my body or anything, but I didn't really take the time to show it love. Whether that's through affirmations, what I put into it, exercising, or going to the doctor to make sure everything is good to go on a regular basis. So here's to turning over a new leaf with this week's affirmation. So let's jump right on in. This week's affirmation is, I am open to loving my body and seeing all of its beauty. Ooh, let's jump right in, y'all. I am open to loving my body and seeing all of its beauty. I am open to loving my body and seeing all of its beauty. Ooh, I really need this right now. I am open to loving my body and seeing all of its beauty. I am open to loving my body and seeing all of its beauty. I am open to loving my body and seeing all of its beauty. I am open to loving my body and seeing all of its beauty. Let's say it one last time together. I am open to loving my body and seeing all of its beauty. Ooh, you guys. Let's open up our hearts to seeing all of the beauty that our bodies have to offer. Now, I love that this affirmation says that I'm open to loving my body because I think I was very closed off to the idea of loving my body in the past. And to put it into perspective for you, let's use a car. If you see someone driving their car that is dirty on the inside, dirty on the outside, you will automatically think, oh, that person does not care about their car. And 9 times out of 10, that is the case. If you care about the longevity of your car, you get it washed. You clean the interior so that it doesn't get funky and don't be having stains everywhere. And you get an oil change every 3 months so it don't break down on you. And you go in for routine checkups to check for any recalls or anything that may be wrong with the car because that car cost you like $30,000, right? Or a huge investment, right? Well, why don't we always think of our bodies in this same way? Our bodies cost us so much more than a car, even though we didn't have to physically pay anyone, because let's face it, without our bodies, y'all, we literally cannot live. Before we dive all the way in, I want to make sure that y'all know that I'm not saying y'all should be on diets and trying all of these new exercises and all of these TikTok trends and all of that. The purpose of today's episode is to consciously love your body more, whatever body you have, and learn what makes you feel fulfilled in the body positivity or body neutrality space. I just want to shine some light in that area. So for me, I always noticed a difference in my body when I'm eating cleaner, when I'm working out, when I'm moving my body, and when I'm talking to myself in a healthy way. But one thing that I never truly do or one thing that I never truly did, and I'm learning how to do now, is look at my body. If I do see myself in the mirror, I typically have more of a negative lens on, meaning that I say things like, oh my God, these pants make my butt look so flat, and, so on and so forth, things like that. But I have been using this app called MJoy, that's EMJOY, that has lessons from professionals to help with things like this. And this is not a sponsor, you guys, but I got this app to see what it was all about, and they gave me an exercise, and I was so uncomfortable with it. I did it. They gave me an exercise to stand in the mirror for 5 minutes naked and see what I liked about me. So I did it, and I was able to watch firsthand how hard that was for me, and I never even realized it. Now, I love myself, or so I thought. So it was really shocking to me when I couldn't really say much about what I liked about myself physically. So I knew it at that moment that it was something that I needed to practice and a routine that I needed to build. And now it's a daily practice of mine, y'all. So I try to say something I like about myself every day so that I can get comfortable with Tyra. I can get comfortable with me. And like I said, the MJoy app has helped me. So if you would like to try this app out, I linked it down below in the show notes. I paid $34 a year for it, but like I said, if you use the link down below, you'll get a free trial. And I do want to preface this. I talked about this in a previous episode, actually, but I do want to preface that there are a lot of other things on that app too. You can learn about sexual health, relationships, and all of that. But because it is an overall well-being app, but I think that it will be very helpful when you don't really know where to start on your journey and you need some guidance. And I was looking at the app today, and there's an entire lesson on attachment styles. So I'm super excited to dive into that. And even in the attachment style, I'm going off on a tangent. Even in the attachment styles class thing that they have, It goes from the type of attachments, like if you have avoidant or things like that, it'll tell you, it has separate ones that say if you were avoidant, how to get to a secure attachment style. So I think that's super dope, and I cannot wait to dive into it because I'm moving towards a secure attachment style, but right now I have a very anxious attachment style. So I feel like people may leave me, and it stems from my childhood trauma, which I touched on. Y'all try the app. I linked it down below. So spend some time with yourself. Take note of how you treat your body and go from there to really assess where you are on your self worth and body acceptance journey. Because nobody is perfect, but your body is perfect for you. So, do you need to get more sunlight to increase your mood? Do you drink enough water? What would happen if you spent more time taking care of your skin? How about some vitamins? How do you think that would affect you if you started taking them? What if you read a book at night before you went to bed versus scrolling on Instagram? How about a massage? Have you ever had one? Have you ever seen a chiropractor to get a spinal adjustment? Because y'all, we hold so much stress in our spines. Adjustments works wonders for me. I'm literally about to go to the chiropractor on Monday, so I can't wait for that. And I'm just throwing all of these things out there because it's truly about taking inventory and seeing what makes your body happy. So I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by everything that I just said, but just start thinking, hey, body, what do you need? You know what I mean? Like, really become in tune with yourself, or practice becoming in tune with yourself, because we need to normalize exploring ourselves and exploring our bodies so we truly feel at home in them. So reflect on what that could look like for you. Okay, so I'm gonna just come out and say this. Girl, go to the doctor. It is time to take your health seriously. And I'm talking to myself, y'all, but hey, if you ain't going to the doctor, listen, if you need to go to the doctor, take this as a sign. I'm saying this because y'all, I'm almost 30. So it's time to check what is under the metaphorical hood of my body, okay? And I am aware that health insurance plays a huge, huge, huge role in this. So I'm not trying to make any of y'all feel any type of way because I don't know your pockets. And that, listen, because I've only had health insurance for a few months, or how long have I had it? I've had health insurance since August. Well, good health insurance since August. So I'm aware that it plays a huge role in going to the doctor. But what I'm saying is, I have developed more love and self worth for my body since I started taking my health more seriously. I've been going to the dentist every 3 months because I had been going so irregularly when I was growing up that it obviously just trickled over into my adulthood. And I went at the beginning of last year, 2022, and they told me that I needed a deep cleaning. And then they told me that I needed to come in every 3 months to build up my gum health. And so it honestly, let me give y'all a tip. I was like, okay, every 3 months, like I thought it was every six. And the lady told me, she was like, yeah, it's every six if your gums and your teeth are very, very healthy, but you have to build that health back up. So we want to see you every 3 months so we can help you do that. So that's why I go every 3 months. So it won't be all the time, but you can also just go every 3 months. You don't have to just go twice a year. You can go 4 times a year if that's something that you want to do. And I have also been going to my primary care physician for checkups, and I also scheduled my next pap smear as well. Now, here's the thing. It is so easy to put off services like this when it seems like nothing is wrong. But at my last checkup at the doctor, I asked them to do some labs. They took some blood, and they found out that I had high cholesterol, which I would have never guessed. And I know I said that at the beginning of the episode, but I would have never guessed that I had high cholesterol, you guys. And I just said, okay, let me start going to the doctor. Let me make my appointment, and let me just make sure that my body is healthy. And I found out that. So it's more of a preventative thing for me. And also, as an actress, as a creator, my body is my instrument, and it has to be in the best shape because I live here. I live inside of this body, and I'm in my body every single day, and I want it to be comfortable, and I want it to last a long time. I got a lifetime warranty on this thing, and I got to make sure that I upkeep that warranty. You feel me? Now, if you're like, okay, Tyra, girl, listen, I don't have health insurance. I can't afford a doctor right now. I hear all that stuff that you're talking about, but what can I do to show my body a little more love and TLC? There are tons of things that you can do, y'all. Going to the doctor isn't something that I want to drill down y'all's throats. It's just something that has been pivotal for me, and it was pivotal for me in the last year. And now I find joy in taking care of all of that stuff because I'm gonna be honest, your girl used to have so much anxiety with the doctor. I used to be like, oh my God, I haven't been to the doctor in like 2 years. They about to tell me that I need to cut my leg off, just extra. But since I was going so irregularly, I was unfamiliar with the space. I had a lot of discomfort, and it just presented itself as nervousness and anxiety. Like literally when I was getting my deep cleaning at the dentist, I had to stop myself from crying like 4 times because I felt like I was about to start panicking. But I was like, Tyra, you only feel like this because you're uncomfortable, because this is a new space. You're taking care of yourself. I was just feeding myself with positive reinforcement and really encouraging myself. Like, you're doing such a great job. I was really talking to my inner child. You doing such a great job, girl. Like, you doing all of this work and it's going to pay off in the future. Your teeth going to look good. Your gums going to look good. All of that kind of stuff. And all of this anxiety and stuff would make me feel this way because I knew that I was not caring for myself in the way that I would like to in all the previous years, which directly affects or not even affects, which is directly attached to the amount of worth I have for myself, the amount of value I see in myself, my self-worth. So I seemingly didn't value myself enough to make sure that my forever home, my body, met building codes. Amen. I clearly didn't value myself enough to wipe down the walls when they were dirty and take out the trash frequently. Not okay. I'm done with the metaphors, but I really hope you guys, pick up what I'm putting down, because your body is your home. It's your forever home. Now, I do want to highlight some ways to love on you a little bit more that do not include having to have health insurance, and that are relatively easy to start implementing into your day-to-day life, because I'm aware that the United States be tripping and everybody ain't able all the time. Super aware. So if you are looking to implement some more self-lovery into your life, think about what your body needs and just go from there. And that's going to come from you sitting and really taking inventory and paying attention to how your body is throughout the day. Like, if I feel sluggish at the end of the day, let me research why that is. Oh, I can't sleep at night. Let me research why that is. Oh, I'm out of breath when I go up the stairs. Let me research why that is. That type of stuff. But here is a list, and pick and choose at your discretion. I just want to give you guys some inspo. You could drink a little more water than you did yesterday. You could eat breakfast. I know a lot of people do not eat breakfast. And when they say this, it's the most important meal of the day, it really is, in a sense of it breaks your fast and it helps boost your metabolism, which is directly related to your energy levels and helping you be productive throughout the day. You could also try to get 6 to 8 hours of sleep. You can take deep breaths. I've been having to do this, especially since I'm going through what I'm going through right now. I have had to take deep breath breaks so often. I literally have to do them like once an hour at this point, but it helps so much. You could stretch. You could meditate. You could read for 15 to 20 minutes a day. And if you decide to read, you could read Set Boundaries, Find Peace, which is the book that we're reading in the book club right now. If you're interested in joining the book club, the link is down below. But super excited about that. You can read. You could also go for walks. Just get some fresh air. Be in the sun. Put your face in the sun. Make sure that you eat greens once a day, like a salad or, some broccoli, something like that. You could eat fresh fruits. I love me a good nectarine. I cannot wait till they back in season. Oh, I'm going to be eating fresh nectarines every single day. You could also do something like making a playlist about 3 to 5 songs long and have a little dance party with yourself. It'll reduce your stress and it'll also get your heart rate up. And the last thing that I want to suggest is start taking vitamins or supplements to make sure that you are getting all of the nutrients you need. Okay, so we're going to park here for a second. I have struggled to find vitamins or supplements that work for me in the past. So I was taking some vitamins that were originally working very well, but they started to make me really thirsty, like to the point where I was like, why am I so thirsty? So I switched to some new ones and they started giving me cystic acne. But I live such a busy lifestyle that researching what I needed and keeping up with taking all of those vitamins and stuff were getting overwhelming. So I recently just switched over to AG1 by Athletic Greens, who is the sponsor of today's episode. You guys, we have our first sponsor. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let me tell y'all about AG1 by Athletic Greens. Now, I have been getting their ads for so long and I was like, oh my gosh, I really need to try this. And I was in the market for a new supplement and I was so intrigued because of how easy they made it to get the nutrients that you need on a daily basis. So when they reached out to me, I flipped out and I gave AG1 a try because I wanted to make sure that I was covered nutritionally every single day, no matter what. So AG1 is an all-in-one formula that is packed with 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients that give me major benefits like gut and mood support and boosted my energy. And this is important to me because no matter what I eat in a day, I still get the nutrients that my body needs. So I take AG1 in the morning and it's part of my morning routine. And let me be honest with y'all, it tastes really, really healthy. And it also makes me feel like I'm loving on my body so much more, which is the best feeling at this stage in my life. I've already noticed a difference in my mood and energy levels. And overall, AG1 has given me the peace of mind because all I have to do is add 1 scoop to some water once a day and drink it. So if you are looking for an easier way to take supplements, Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1 year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. So go to athleticgreens.com/affirmations. That's athleticgreens.com/affirmations. Check it out. And it's also linked down in the show notes down below. So, we know some practical things we can do to show our body love, but the key is to increase that self worth, which is all a part of body acceptance. So, yes, it's great to have body goals in the gym and want to get in shape and all of that, but true self love and self worth lies in accepting your body where it is today in this moment. So, if somebody asked you, do you love your body or what do you love about your body? What would you say? Be honest. Would it come easy for you? Would it be hard? Would you be uncomfortable? And I'll be the first to say it is not the easiest for me. And that's something that I'm working on. I would say that I'm at the point where I tolerate my body versus accepting it, physically speaking. And that's not really where I want to be. I want to accept my body. And taking all of these steps that we've been talking about, like creating a healthy lifestyle, taking my AG1, getting all the nutrients I need, going to the doctor and self-care are all helping me. Oh, and even as I'm saying this, like I just feel the excitement. Like it's just so great to take care of my body, my home. Like they're all helping me to work towards body acceptance. But the truth is, there is still a mental aspect to it. And that is why I chose the affirmation of the week that I did, because it's also a mindset shift that you need to have to move you from a negative image of yourself or even just tolerable image of yourself to a more healthy and positive one. So if you're like, Tyra, listen, that's me. I hope these tips that I'm about to give you help you as much as they have helped me. So the first one that you can do if you want to have a mindset shift around your body and your self-worth is to celebrate your body and write down or even express to yourself in the mirror what you love about your body. Now, we should celebrate our bodies just for getting us through another day, for getting us through COVID. Amen. Think about all of the amazing things your body has done. First of all, your body has grown from itty bitty to whatever size you are right now. Like, how amazing is that? Your body has gotten you through colds, maybe the flu, maybe chicken pox, headaches. Like, your body has gotten you through all of that. And this is definitely a journey And even if it feels uncomfortable to celebrate your body in this way or a little off, keep going. Push through that discomfort because your body will thank you in the long run. The second thing you could do is identify your triggers and work through them. When you feel yourself saying or thinking negatively about yourself or even wishing your body looked differently, identify what caused that thought to cross your mind. Then assess what you can do for that experience to mean something different to you in the future. Or remove that thing, that person, or that experience from your life completely, because sometimes that's just what we got to do. For example, and I've literally done this before. If I'm scrolling on Instagram and I see a random girl that I don't know with a BBL, and I say, oh my God, I wish my hips looked like that, I would take note of that situation and ask myself, Tyra, how can I change my mindset here? I will probably unfollow that person or hit see less because Instagram loves showing me people that I don't follow. And then I would reinforce my belief that my body is amazing just the way that it is. And if I truly did want to change my appearance, I would then talk to myself, okay, Tyra, how can I change my appearance? What's going to happen? Okay, I'm going to start going to the gym and I'm going to start doing some exercises that's going to help me build my body to look the way I want it to look in the most natural way. The third thing I would suggest is to lean on your partner. Sometimes it helps to lean on someone close to you. So if you are in a relationship or if you do have a partner, it's possible to have an intimate conversation with them about how you're feeling and ask them if they can hold space for you during this time. Like if you're like, hey, I'm starting to feel a little uncomfortable with X, Y, and Z. I could really use you to be a support to me in this time. I think that's something amazing that you could do when you're in relationship. And the last thing I want to offer to you is to find a body positive therapist. I don't talk much about body positivity in therapy with my therapist, but there are therapists out there that focus on that area. And if you think you need reinforcement in that way, find a therapist that you vibe with. I suggest BetterHelp. I always have, always will. You guys already know this is how I found my therapist, and I actually really love the service. There's groupinars, your therapist, all that kind of stuff. So I put the link down below in the show notes to the BetterHelp website. So check that out if you're thinking about getting a therapist or getting a new therapist for body positivity. It's easy to focus on your accomplishments or your personality when it comes to speaking highly of yourself. But do you truly love your body in this moment? When someone asks you, what do you love most about yourself? Do you stop to consider your forever home? The purpose of this episode was just to plant a seed to be conscious of how you are treating your body and to reflect on how much you value yourself. Low self-esteem and confidence means higher levels of stress and anxiety, and these can have a huge effect on you and your body. With high self-worth, you have more peace of mind, you're able to relax and allow your body to physiologically rest. You also have higher levels of energy because you're more eager to participate in life. And the Bible says your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. And I don't know about your experience, but every temple I've ever seen has been taken very good care of, okay? So y'all, all in all, as we get older, our bodies need a little more TLC to keep them running smoothly. And at the center of all of this maintenance is love. So if you don't take anything else from today's episode, I want you to know that it is in your best interest to love on you a little more each and every day. And if you're wondering, do I have self-worth? Do I need to work on it? Like, how can I assess? I have included a link down in the show notes of this episode to a very interesting article that I found. And the title of it is 12 Signs You Have High Self-Worth. So give it a read if you'd like to assess this further. Uh-oh, you guys, you know what time it is. It is time for our fun closing segment, and today we are doing Solo Dolo. Now, I did not think I would have to bring this segment back so soon, but I want to give you guys an update, very brief update into how I'm doing since my last breakup. It's been almost a month since we broke up, and The biggest thing right now is that my therapist and I keep talking about is to make sure that I am feeling my feelings instead of being frustrated with myself or trying to rush through the process. And that has been honestly a little hard for me because my brain is saying, okay, I want to do this. I want to record these videos. I got stuff to do. Like, I'm excited about this stuff. But my heart is like, I need a moment. And it is it's a beautiful experience. It really is. And I'm just learning how to take it day by day. When I need to take a moment to grieve, I grieve. And that's just how it's going to have to be. And I'm just going to have to be okay with that because my body is in control at this point. My body is like, nope, we need to stop. We need to express. Okay, body, let's go ahead and do that. So, I've also been keeping myself busy. I've been calling my friends. I've been talking to my friends a lot more. I've been planning DIY projects around my apartment that I'm super excited about. And I'm getting back into working out and also introducing new workout stuff at the same time. So today I went to the Culver City Stairs, which I love to do at least once a week. And I'm super excited to implement that back into my weekly routine. And I've also started going to boxing again. Well, my first class is on Monday at this new boxing gym. So I'm super excited about that. And other than that, when I'm at home and I'm feeling like a little sad, but I'm like, no, I need to up my spirits, I listen to this playlist that I created called For Life's Rainy Days. And I linked it down below and I talked about it in the last episode. But it's a mix of songs that they're not sad songs because I'm not the type of person to listen to sad songs and want to cry. Like I just feel like that's just compounding on what I'm feeling. Like I don't have the space for that. So these songs are more so they're not happy go lucky in a sense of like for real happy. I'm happy, clap along if you feel. It's not like that. There's songs that just say, "Hey, I'm going through this tough thing, but everything will be okay," or there's always something to be grateful for, things like that that are really uplifting, but they're also like a vibe in terms of they're more on the peaceful side of things. They're not like super, I don't know the terms for music, y'all, but they not like overly like bumping and stuff like that. Like it's really like chill vibes on that playlist. So if you're going through something similar and you need a playlist like that, I linked it down below. You can just follow it. It's on Apple Music. A lot of y'all have been following it and thank you so much. I hope you guys like it. Send me a DM. Let me know if you like the playlist. Let me know if you have any songs that I should add to it. Yeah, and the second part of this solo dolo, I'm going to answer another breakup card since we're going through a breakup right now. So let's pick one. Okay. Oh my God. I do not know if I can answer this truthfully right now. Okay, so I just picked the card. What feels unique about this heartbreak, if anything? Okay, I'm not going to cry. I think the thing that feels the most unique to me about this heartbreak, and I've been thinking about this, is the fact that this was the first time in my relationship career. I don't know what you want to call it. This was the first time in my relationship career that I was 100% vulnerable and 100% open and willing to work things out and just challenge myself to put my ego aside and have hard conversations and tough conversations and be vulnerable to the fullest extent. So I think that was what was most unique in the relationship. And I think the reason that the heartbreak hurts the way that it does is because one, I didn't expect our relationship to end, one. And I feel like, dang, like I felt like I did everything right. And so I'm also having those emotions on top of the simple fact that we're not together anymore. I'm also like, dang, but I did everything right. And so it's very, it makes me a little sad that this happened and I felt like I did everything right. But at the end of the day, listen, just because you did everything right don't mean you get the reward. That's how life is. And I don't want to discount how I'm feeling. Like my feelings are valid, but I also need to know that in life, you're not always going to get something because you checked all the right boxes. So that's my solo dolo update. And that is all I have for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this episode, y'all. Make sure that you subscribe, make sure you rate the podcast and leave us a review, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Y'all been following the YouTube channel. We are about to start posting on the YouTube, so follow the YouTube channel. It's linked down below as well, all the way at the bottom. Scroll down, you'll find it. And so it's called Affirmations for Black Girls, but since we don't have any videos yet, it might be hard to find if you just type it into YouTube. But follow the YouTube channel because we have some heat coming for you, and I am so excited. We're going to start doing videos on the YouTube channel, so you'll actually get to see me in the podcast space. Like, I'm so excited. So I really hope that you guys follow us on YouTube, follow us everywhere, because listen, it's a movement, and I'm so excited that you are a part of the community. Make sure you try AG1, y'all. Please, this is our first sponsor. Y'all have to show up and show out. Please, please, please. I would so appreciate it. I'm super excited about this. And I would not put anything on a podcast that I do not use myself. I have been using it, and it's great. It makes me feel great. So make sure that you guys check that out. Go to athleticgreens.com/affirmations, or just click the link in the show notes. But I'm going to let y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, and I'll talk to you again next week. This is Affirmations for Black Girls.